Hello, Craftaholics, and if this is your first time here, it is such a pleasure to meet you. My name is Peggy, and welcome to my studio. Recently, in my flat mail swap, I received this adorable little folder that my swap partner made me. And when you untie it, on the inside cover, there's a little pocket. There is a pocket in the middle, and then there's another pocket on the back cover. And I thought, wouldn't that be cute to make it bigger and turn it into like a mini album? So this is what, whoops, sorry about that. This is what I came up with. And sorry about the focusing. I am trying a new setting. If it gets really bad, let me know in the comments and I will redo this video and I will fix the settings. Okay, we're gonna take a 12 by 12 piece of card. Hey, stop. Don't know why it's doing that. Sorry, guys. And take a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And we're going to do one score at 6 inches. Okay. Then I'm going to take my piece of cardstock and I'm going to turn it once. And I'm going to score at 3 7/8. One at 4. Make it an 1/8 of an inch gusset. Then we go over here to 8. And then one more time at 8 1/8. To give myself 2 1/8 gussets. Okay. Now we can get rid of the scoreboard. Not needed right now. I'm going to try and keep my hand in there so maybe it'll keep it focused and won't go, woo, all wonkies again. Okay. Next thing we need to do is to burnish our score lines. And since we scored on this side, we're going to turn it over to where the mountains are on this side. And we are going to match. I'm going to do the fold on the 6 inches first, the 6-inch one. Match up my corners and burnish that down. Turn it over to, I want to make sure I'm off a little bit. Here we go. There. Get a nice crisp burnish on that. You know, folding an 1/8 of an inch gusset can be trying. I have messed up a lot, but I came up, this is the way that works best for me. I go to my farthest in the score line, so on this one, it'd be the 4-inch one. And I match the sides up. And I burnish that score line first. Then I put my hand under. And I take my thumb and I hold onto the paper so I can kind of push it. And I push it over. And while I'm pushing it, I'm using my finger to kind of fold that other score line. The one that's at the 3 7/8 would be this one. And I very gently just work the whole page over with my fingers and by pushing just gently. Okay. And then I will match up my sides again and use my bone folder to make a nice crisp line. Now when this comes back up, you have a nice squared off 1/8 inch gusset. So we're going to turn it around and do this other side, which this would actually be the 4-inch, the 8-inch score line. Sorry guys, I'm making a couple boo-boos here. But I have not been feeling very good, and my words are kind of escaping me. So I do apologize. Those of you that don't know, I have severe fibromyalgia, and it really messes with my brain and my thinking. We call it brain fog, you know. But, and again, I am taking my hand and I'm gently pushing this over and working with my fingers. But sometimes I know what I want to say and I can't find the words, so I do apologize. Okay. Then I'm going to once again match up my edges there and just do a nice crisp line. And again, once it's folded back up, we have another gusset. Okay. Now we're going to take this and we're going to fold it again so that our 6-inch line is facing us. up and down. Now I'm going to take a pair of scissors. Oops. Not yet. I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut up the score line just up to the last score line going this way. So, and if you're not comfortable, I have to kind of bend this so I can see with the lights. If you're not confident enough with scissors, you can use a paper trimmer or you can use a craft knife, whatever you are most comfortable with. I'm just cutting right up the middle of the score line. And I cut, you see, right up through that last score line. And then I stopped. Now, while these, whoops, sorry about that. While these are coming, well, sitting this way, we're going to take our paper and we're going to fold it over this way. I'm going to match up our corners again. And I'm going to burnish just the score line here where it's, well, it's the only one that's connected anymore. So just on that one piece. Okay. Now, this is going to be our middle pocket. So, all together, it's going to fold up like this, and then in and in like this. And you'll have a little mini album. Just a fun little thing. It's nothing big, nothing fancy, just something to have some fun with. Okay. Now, in order to make the pocket in the middle, and so it's not all floopy like this, I'm going to take some glue, and I happen to have Fabri-Tac handy. So that's all I'm going to use, or that's what I'm going to use. I would not use tape. Again, we know tape doesn't dry, and anything you put in might kind of get stuck. I'm going to put a bead of glue, oh, glue is stuck to my finger, up the back edge and down the bottom edge. You can actually unfold it so it's out like this. But I'm going to put a bead of glue here and here to seal it closed so we actually have a pocket. Put a bead of glue down there. And my Fabri-Tac feels like being stringy today. Okay. Then I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to match my corners. There we go. And I'm just going to press that down and press that down. So now, again, once it's all folded up, now I have a pocket. I'm not going to pull on it because it's not dry yet. But what I am going to do, I don't want my middle pocket to be that big. Ugh, that's heavy. So what I'm going to do, I am going to unfold these back this way. I am going to match up the very first score line to my 3-inch line on my paper trimmer. And this is a Fiskars Precision. It is like probably the best paper trimmer I've ever used, but it is an investment though. So I've got that first score line lined up to 3 inches. I'm just making a 3-inch pocket. You can do yours whatever width you prefer. Okay. Oh, that's heavy. Okay. Now I'm going to fold this up and put it aside so the glue can dry. Okay, there we go. All right, now I have, when I do digital kits, I love to get them from Knitwit Collections. They have some of the most beautiful kits out there. Mary Fran is the owner who designs everything, and her work is incredible. I use them a lot. Sorry, guys. I'm still here. I'm just got a couple things out of order here. But I use them a lot for albums and cards and journals and everything. But this is one of the cutest kits that they've come up with recently. They're doing a lot of gnomes, and this is Gnome Watermelon, and it's a mini collection. Pretty affordable. It's only $5.99. And these are the images that are in there. Yeah, she is so cute. Look. Isn't she precious? Okay, you get these, and these are not to scale with each other. I printed them on the wallet photo in in a photo printing program. So that's why they're all like different colors. If you pull this into a Cricut, it's going to be 25 inches long on the Cricut to start with. These are the images. Let's see there. Then these. Oh, I missed a page. Here's a little boy. The little boy gnome. He's so cute. Got some buttons and some tags and some photo frames and some journaling cards and paper ribbon. A couple other little things. And those. And then the papers that come with the collection. These are some of them here. These are like little, like a diamond pattern. Watermelon seeds, I love those. And the rind. And then there's these pages. Now, I use my Cricut. I put all these always in my Cricut to cut them out and everything. And then I can also just do the pages the size that I need and have it printed right on there. But if you don't have a Cricut, you can still use a digital kit for this. Okay? It's a little more work, but it can be done, definitely. Again, in my photo printing program, I printed out the one sheet and an 8x10. And I did it borderless printing. If you don't have borderless printing, it's fine. You can still do it. It doesn't matter. But that's on an 8x10. I also printed to get a different size. I printed it on a 5x7. I think it's a 5x7. Yep. And then I also printed it on a 4x6. And you can do that to get whatever size. For this album, the 5x7 is as small as you can really go. 4x6 a little too small. But you can change the size of the image. That's mainly what I'm getting at. You can change the size of it. And you can also print out, when you print out the images, you can fussy cut them. And you can do these on, like I said, I did this on the wallet size. You can also go change the size of the prints. And you'll get different size images. And like I said, these are pretty, I mean, around the flowers on their hats, it's a little more work, but they're basic shapes and they're easy enough to cut out by hand. So don't be intimidated by a digital kit because you can still use them. Normally their kits are a lot larger with more papers, more images and whatnot. And they're a little more in-depth. You can still do it, but they're a little more in-depth. But anyway, but that is the collection of these guys. I think it's just adorable. And like I said, I had my Cricut. I designed everything in the Cricut to cut out and use. So I'm going to start with the front and back covers. And I'm going to put my pages together. And then I'm going to put them into the album. Because our little gussets are very delicate. And I don't want to squish them. Not yet. I don't want to be the one to squish them. So I'm going to put everything together and then put it in the album. So I printed for the front and the back, I printed one of the pages of the watermelon with the seeds. And I also printed this little watermelon to put on the back. Now, somehow something got on here. So I've also printed out some of the paper ribbon. And I'm going to pick probably not the watermelon, because that's a little too much. Maybe I'll do the rind, since I'm going to do the rind. I'm going to do it on the spine as well. Maybe I'll do it there too. Well, you know what? Actually, with that going on there, I don't have to do that. Okay, forget that. Scratch that idea. Anyway, these I may need to wait, actually, since I am putting the spine on. I'm going to wait to do the fronts till they are on. I just contradicted myself completely, guys. I am sorry. Let's start all over again. Okay. Most of the pages I'm going to put together and then put in the book, but the covers, because I have a spine piece, I'm going to wait till they're on there to put them in, and I'm going to do these last. So let me put these aside. Okay. And I printed out my papers so I would have like a 1/16 of an inch around. All right. These are for when you open it, this flap and this flap. Okay. I did this dark one with watermelon. And I did a watermelon frame with a little heart. And I printed a little watermelon popsicle. They're just so cute. I'm sorry, they're just so cute. So this one is going to go there. And then this one I just did the green. And I did the little flower. And it's just going to go this way. Okay. So when you're gluing these down, you need to leave the top open so you can get a picture inside. And so we're going to take our glue, and I'm just going to glue around the sides, the bottom, and up the other side. So we leave that top open. Okay. And then I'm going to put it probably, leave about 1.5 inches on the bottom, I guess. Maybe up a little bit more. There we go. Glue those. And I did get a little glue seepage. It's because I moved it a little bit. So I'm going to really quick, even though I printed this, because I'm being quick and my glue is still wet, I can remove it without removing any of the ink off of the paper. So there's that, and it's a little crooked. There you go. Okay, and you still have the opening to slide your photo in. Okay. And I'm just going to take the little, I'm not going to glue it down, I'm going to glue it so it's here and onto that part. So I'm going to use my finger to judge. Probably from like here and down I'll glue it. Because you still want to leave the back open so the photo can slide in behind it. So let's just put that there. It's so cute. Okay, and like I said, that's going to be the page that goes there. And then this guy, I kind of did matchy-matchy on the pages, just because there's only a few, and I thought it would look a little chaotic with different paper patterns, since you can kind of see, you know, you can see them both when you open it up. I just thought it'd be a little much, so I did matchy throughout. Okay, now this one I'm going to, and you can sit them side by side to make sure you get the heights exactly the same and whatnot. Again, a little bit of glue seepage. Get my eraser. Now, if I waited till this was dry, I'd have more of a chance of actually pulling up some of the ink. And I don't want to do that because then I'd have to start all over. And I'm sorry if I'm shaking you guys. I apologize. And the flower, you know what, I think I'm going to put it on this side. I kind of like it going down that way. So again, I'm going to just do kind of the bottom, so it doesn't by any chance hamper the photo going in there. Okay. Then if I see it, like, I can add a little bit of glue if I need to. There we go. And this is for that back page. Okay. Next ones are, I try to give them in order. Next ones I did are when you open the flap here. And be sure to measure, because they're not going to be the same size. Since we did put that 1/8 of an inch gusset in there, these flaps are wider than this is. So just be sure to keep an eye on that when you're doing it. Next one's in. I am going to, I printed out the little journaling cards and our little gnome dude and the green, then another one. And what I did, I actually reversed it so they'd be on opposite sides, because I want the melon on this one, but I wanted our little gnome dude on this one. So he's made so he can cover up that piece of watermelon. So, okay, let's start with this one. And I'm going to put it like right in the middle of the sheet. Oops, sorry. If I'm out of frame, I apologize. You don't need a lot of glue, just a little bit. And I'm going to kind of center it the best that I can. Okay. There that is. And I also added a little white offset around everything just to make it pop from the paper a little bit because they're all the same colors. And like I said, I'm going to glue him probably down a little bit. I'm going to cover the melon with him, but I'm going to give enough, there'll still be enough room to write on the journaling card. So, just a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to make sure he's straight and that I cover that melon. So there we go. And there's still room to journal. So it hasn't hampered that at all. Okay. On this one, let's glue this one down as well. Okay. And get it down here. Like I said, I just to add a little something more, I just had this little slice, and I'm not sure where we'll put them, probably like right there. I just think these, tell me what you think of these images. I think it's just adorable. So let me know what you think. Okay, there's that one. So those 2 pages. The next ones are going to be the bigger ones that are here. Okay. And always, I did not do it. Do as I say, not as I do. Make sure that your pages are going to fit, because now is the time, in case your folds are a little off or something, now's the time to check and make sure that everything is going to fit nicely. So, but these are for these 2 spots here. And I got other frames, and these, I put the first frames, I put them up a little bit higher, didn't I? Yeah. So these I'm going to put a little bit lower, just to kind of, you know, a little bit of interest there. So again, just a bead of glue up the side, down the bottom, and up the other side. Okay. Like I said, this one I'm going to come down a bit, I think, with it. And I also put out these the little bows, and I wanted to put them, I think that's really cute. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put glue on the frame, kind of about the width where my bow needs to be, because I don't want to glue that shut so we can still get photos or whatever memorabilia or whatever you want to put in there. And we still have our opening. Just one. Let's do the other one. And it can actually be up a little bit higher than I put that bow. Oops. Remember, if you make a mistake, it's really not a big deal. It's just paper. So we can always fix them, you know, at a later time. Or recut them or whatever. But it's only paper, not a big deal, nothing to fret over or stress about at all. It's supposed to be fun, paper crafting, so just be sure to keep it fun. I'm going to put my glue in the middle. And then there's my bow. He's up a little bit higher than this one is, but okay, there are those pages. The last one, well, that I have for the inside are to cover the pockets. Now you can also put a thumb notch in here if you want to, but what I'm putting in isn't going to be in, it's going to be sticking out enough to pull it out, so. Okay. I cut tags out and I just put them, I backed them on a piece of cardstock and I just put a little bit of black ribbon. Since there is black throughout it, just as a little accent color. So this is the other tag. This one says, "Hello, sweetie," and if you're a Doctor Who fan, you know why I said it that way. And then this one says, "These are the days." So what I'm going to do, like I said, these are going to sit on the pocket. I'm going to take the one, this is a little bit bigger than this one. Yeah, a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this melon slice kind of about there, and I'm going to make a pocket out of it. So I'm just going to glue around the rounded part of the watermelon. I thought it'd be cute, just a little place to put some tags. Or you can, you could print out more of the little photo squares. It's what your album, you do what you'd like to do. Okay, so we're going to put it probably about like that, maybe. Okay. A little bit of glue. Okay. Almost. Okay. And once it's dry, then I can put my tag right inside. Then I'm going to let that dry first. And then this one, since I did that one that way, I'm going to do this one this way and up a little bit higher. And again, you can print out more of the decorations or use some of the paper ribbon to fill up the empty spaces on the page, which we'll see how we're doing. Let me get everything put in. Yeah, this is going to need a little something on the bottom. A little something. Okay. Just get rid of that extra glue. And guys, I am going to start doing some more seeping out. Some more in-depth projects like I used to do. I'm just kind of building up again to it. So I hope you don't mind. And let me know, do you guys see that looked really cute? Do you guys want more like albums or journals or both? Or we're going to do some card making. I got a lot of stuff planned, so I just have to build up to it. I'll get to those, adding more stuff on in a minute. This is what I made to go in my pocket in the middle. I just took I just bent it. A 5x7 piece of cardstock, and I folded it in half. So it's 3.5 by 5, and it'll fit nicely right in there. And I just printed out a little thing that says Sweet Summer, and then a couple more pieces of melon. Just a little something to decorate the front of it. And this is just going to be a little booklet that you can take out and put some photos in. And again, now you can glue your photos in. Let's do a little, let's not do it so square. Let's kind of do a little offset and a little crooked, and then we can put this. You can either glue pictures into here, or you can take some more of the shapes and make pockets like we did for the other one with the watermelon wedges to slide photos in. It's totally up to you. This is just what I decided to do, just so you could cut up some photos and put them inside. Then I'll put the little wedge of melon like right there. But just a little something. Okay, and put that one aside. All right, let's put these pages in so we can get our covers done. I'm not doing too bad, 29 minutes. Okay. I'm going to put this one on this side of the pocket, I think. So just, you don't need a whole lot of glue. This you can use tape. If you'd like to use tape, you can use tape. But I'm just going to center it on this panel. Back to other projects coming up. What kinds of things would you guys like to see? Like I think I just asked you that. But do you want more like how to make cards? Because I was thinking about doing a card series. Or albums that are more in depth. Let me know if you want easier things or like a little more challenging things. Because either way, I'm cool with it. Okay. Here, I'm going to take... and when I print out... Okay, the Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, I'll explain why my ribbons are these sizes. On a Cricut... Where are the little ones? On a Cricut... Oh, there they are. This is called a print and cut. When you print something on a printer and then the Cricut cuts it out for you. And there is a designated print area that is 6 3/4 inches by 9 1/4 inches. So I always print mine 9 1/4 inches and 6 3/4. The longest I can either way. Then I have, a little bit of variety, a couple different sizes. But I didn't really use any blue. Oh, too much. Too much. Let's use the rind. It's cute. So I'm just going to kind of measure it as to where it needs to be. If I can see it. Let me check that again real quick. So I'm just using my fingernail to kind of mark it. Okay. Oops. And we check it again. It's good. Little short, but it's alright. I don't mind. Yeah, let me know if you want easy, or if you want a little bit of both. Because I can do that too. I can do some easier pieces and some harder things. Just let me know what you guys want to see. Because after all, I do this all for you guys. And also, while I'm talking about that, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Because it really does help other crafters find my videos. I'm just going to glue down the other one. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and become a Craftaholic. I would love to have you join my little crafty family. And please share this with a crafty friend. Because I am trying, by the end of the year, I want to, I know it's a low amount compared to some people, but I'd like to make it to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that is my goal for this year. And I can only do it with your help. So please share my videos. And subscribe. Okay, there's those. Our little pocket. And then the next pages were our little, for photos. Sorry, I just got a little sidetracked there. I was thinking of something I had planned on doing something a little bit differently, and then apparently I changed it. Okay. Alrighty. I'm just going to again center that right on that panel. Just leaving a little bit of a border around it. You can also, if you'd like, you can leave an 1/8 of an inch border around. It's up to you. I just prefer a smaller border. That's my personal preference. So, and that's all it is really personal preference. So I just like a little less white or whatever background paper color you're going to use. And again, I used white to help set off the paper and the images because there's a lot of white in them. I didn't want to use like black or gray or a color. I thought it'd be a little too competitive with the actual images. So how's that for fancy talk? Anyway, sorry. Okay. Yes, look, it's so cute. Then our gnomes. So I will put him there. And just using 65, I know normally like for a little album you would use a heavier grade cardstock, but only using 65 pound here is fine because you've got other papers on it and it does make it a lot more stabilized. So that's awesome. Like I said, my cardstock, most of it I get at Hobby Lobby. Although actually the pieces that I printed all of this stuff on, this is from Walmart. It's just pen and gear. Their cardstock, I think it calls it 110 pound. It's not, it's a paperweight 110 pound. And I know there's 110 pound cardstock, but just trust me, it's in a white and yellow package. That's what that is. Like I said, the 12 by 12 was from Hobby Lobby. Okay, there's those. Then on our inside, I'm going to put the flower on the back. I got a little glue schmutzies. Let me see. Let me get the, when I was erasing. Whoop! Jeez Louise. Okay. Okay. Just going to center it on that panel. Now I'm being really careful of not messing up my little gussets. Like I said, they can be temperamental. That's why at least I did my pages first and then put them in. So, there's that one. This is so cute. I love the gnomes so much. I love them so much. I just wish they had flamingo gnomes. I don't think they could do that, but I wish they had flamingos in here with the gnomes, because you guys know I love flamingos. And I know how my husband and I, we're just like addicted to those little things. And I don't even know how that happened. But I wish they had flamingos in here. That would be awesome. But I think I'm going to suggest, if there's a spot on their website on Knitwit, to do a flamingo set. Okay, there's those. And I'm going to take my little insert, might as well, put it right in that pocket. Okay. And you can add other trims onto that. Like I said, I'm just keeping them a little bit simple. Now, you can either, you can put a closure or you don't have to. I am thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking we'll maybe do some ribbons. I had the black ribbon that I used. I'm just going to take a couple pieces. And they're going to be longer than I need. I just get this at Walmart. I think it's like 47 cents a skein, roll, whatever you want to call it. There. Okay, so I've got those, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to find the center here. There we go. I'm just going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac down. I'm not going to like wrap it around it or anything. I don't want a whole lot of bulk under my paper that's going to be on there. But I am going to, I guess it doesn't matter which side, find the center here, and I'm going to put my ribbon right there. Okay. I'm going to turn it over. Line that up again on my craft mat. And again, put just a little bit of glue. And lay that one down. Okay. There we go. Now, okay, so I'm going to put a gusset on here. So I'm going to put my front and my back sheets on first. And this, and I haven't been noticing, guys, so let me know if the focus is getting wonky or if it's okay. So, I haven't been looking at the monitor a whole heck of a lot while I'm doing this. Then just like on the inside, I'm going to center this. Like that. See, now it's also wedged in under the paper. But there's only a little bit there, and you can't really feel the ribbon under there that much. I just didn't want to put it all the way across. Or wrap it around so it's a little bit on the edge is plenty. Let me do my back here. Center it. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I printed out a piece, or I cut out a piece that is 1 3/4, and then it's, well, my length is measured right to that. I think it's like, what is it? It's like 5.875, I think, is the height on the Cricut. And sorry, like I said, it's 1 3/4 inches, and I scored it at 3/4 inches on each side going in. So I'm not going to, I'm just going to use my fingers to burnish this a little bit, because I want to make sure. I did this just to kind of cover the spine. I want to make sure it's going to fit around the spine. And it will. Awesome. And it works out good because, this is the back, something dripped onto my paper. That is the hazard of working with printed papers. But at least my gusset is going to cover that up, so it's not a big worry at all. So I'm going to put glue all over this piece, and definitely down the middle, since it's got to go and on that spine and hold it together. Well, not hold it together, but you know what I mean. Cover it up really nicely. Keep everything all nice and neat. Okay. A little bit more there. Now with this one, you want to be really careful, and you have to make sure that you're matched at the top and at the bottom. So everything is lined up nice and neatly. And I did not get, there we go. All right. I didn't lay my papers down perfectly, but you know, that's all right. You can always attach this to the edge first, and then flip it open and make sure your papers line up. That probably would have been the better way to do it, but you know, I'm fine with it. It's only a little bit off, and this is for me. So if I was making it as a gift, though, I would definitely take a little extra precaution. Again, do as I say, not as I do. But that's true with a lot of paper crafters. But anyway. Okay, that is so cute. It's already cute. All right, so here's our book. Now on the front, I'm going to use a little girl gnome. Ugh. And I am going to, let's see, I cut a little slice of melon. I should cut a couple slices I can use on the front. And I also cut out the letters. I could have done photos, but I just did pics, because I thought that was cute. It's quirky, so, you know, quirky word. So I'm going to glue, let's see. I'm going to first put this piece of melon down, I think. Just a little bit of glue. Sorry, I was out of frame with that. I was just gluing. Nothing major. Put that piece there. You put some glue on her. I love these. They're so cute. And I've never been like a fan of gnomes, but they're just so adorable. I got a little piece of paper from the Cricut. Sometimes my Cricut doesn't cut perfect. And I have a new blade, but it just has a temperament of its own sometimes. Her name is Orchid. She's purple, so I guess it's a girl in her temperament. I don't know. But there's that. But like I said, I've never really been a fan of gnomes, but they're so cute. And I actually bought her Gnome Summer kit, which I will make something with that, show you guys as well. Let's put this one, and right there. How's that? Okay. And then I'm going to put the P down first. But all the kits, I didn't print them out, but you do get, all the kits have letters that come with them. They're called alphabets. Okay, and I don't think that really matters. Okay, which way the S goes, I think it's, this there. And then I'm just going to kind of lay these. Okay. If I was doing this on the cover of like a large album, I wouldn't just be eyeballing it. I would actually be measuring and whatnot. But since this is just a cute little thing, I mean, it's no reason to be sloppy. But you don't have to be... I know the piece should have been down a little bit lower, but I like it. There we go. You don't have to be as precise. I don't know. Always do a good job. But you don't have to fret over it, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay. Here's our album. We have our cover. Our back. Oh, you know what? I could have put that on the back. That would have been cute. All right. I think that's what I actually planned for it, but oh well. Then we open. I'm going to be careful because I know it's not dry yet. But we have our first page to hold a photo. Flips open. Another photo. And a journaling card. Our little pocket with our tags. Another little pull out that we can put some photos in. Our other tag in a little pocket. Another photo spot there. And here, and a journaling card. So, really cute. And it'd be actually a really cute little gift for somebody, I think. But just a little something like if you, say you go hang out at the beach with your friends, you could make something like this up. And give each one of them a little one with some pictures in it. Okay, now these are very long, so I am going to cut them off some. And there you go. A nice little tiny album inspired by a nice little tiny folder that had stuff all in it. So, again, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you're not. Become one of my Craftaholics. And please share this video with your crafty friends. I would really appreciate it. So, until the next one, that's it. Bye, guys.